We finally saw some exhaustion today with some of the junk names that have been moving of late. In my last video from the 4th of July weekend, I covered the market's performance so far this year, and then I hinted at how I think the markets can exhaust some buyers in July, and we could start to digest, which would then set us up for some amazing opportunities for the end of the year. Since I posted that video, I felt the need to make an update as I've gotten even more convicted in my thesis after seeing some of the recent moves. And I wanted to lay out the groundwork for what's to come so you can visualize these things with me. In just 2 weeks since that video, we've seen some insane moves and emergence of themes. Here are some of the returns on names from the last 2 weeks. Open 777%, QS 126%, MP 119%, Joby 75%, RKLB 51%, Plug 50%, ASTS 44%, UEC 42%, IREN 42%, ALAB 41%, Oklo 39%, Coin 27%, Hood 24%, Baba 18%, and Bitcoin 15%, all while the S&P 500 has been mostly flat, only up 2% in that whole stretch. When I recorded that video 2 weeks ago, I was visualizing exactly these kinds of moves to get started, but I honestly didn't anticipate they would materialize as quickly as they did. The market wasted no time at all, and I'm glad we were able to capitalize on some of these moves. Now that we've got confirmation that this is where money can potentially keep flowing, I can say with even more conviction now that the original thesis that I was hinting at is shaping up beautifully, and that I'm extremely excited about the lucrative opportunities that lie ahead. Strong bull markets show the emergence of themes, especially in these high growth names. Some of the themes that we've recently been seeing have been drones and air taxis, quantum computing, nuclear and uranium, batteries, robotics, crypto, and obviously AI. It has been a good 4 to 5 years since we've seen something like this. In the 2020 to 2021 bull market, we saw names put in a V-shaped bottom and then rally back to all-time highs and then continue moving higher, surprising a lot of investors. Does that sound familiar? With the probability of rate cuts coming around the corner, it adds more fuel to this thesis. We saw names like Plug, BLNK, Nikola, QS all make some insane moves in the 2020 bull market, and I want you all to study those independently and apply that to where we are now. It's the same cycle over and over again. It's the same patterns with just different players. The game does not change. I want to stress that this is still early innings for this bull, specifically for these growth names, and we are just now testing the first of many inflection points in these charts. In 2020, I was not half the trader I am now, and I'm so excited to be able to see this opportunity and be able to capitalize on it so early on and start planning on it already. This year has already been a blessing, especially of late, but the money that can be made with just a little bit of imagination right now during the next digestion period for these high beta growth names cannot be understated. I'm just going to quote Qualamagi directly. If you don't have imagination, you're not going to have explosive returns. You sell stuff a few days or a few weeks too early in an environment like this, you're going to retire 10 years later. Let's put it this way. Your financial goals will come true 10 years earlier if you have some imagination. That's the type of market we're in right now. The second you think you are smarter than the 10 or 20-day moving averages, that's the day you are doomed for mediocrity. I've got my shopping list ready for some digestion, and I look forward to being patient and taking my time for scaling plays for them to curl back and confirm what we're looking for. I've been waiting years for this part of the market cycle. We don't get to see this action often, maybe once a decade, twice if we're lucky. These are the fat pitches that you need to be locked the fuck in for. I will be taking full advantage of what this market has to offer, and I cannot wait to share in that process with you all. I'm going to send a list of tickers for us to review over the next couple weeks, and then I'm going to schedule an open house session for us to review them together and discuss. Let's crush this bull market.